National Socialist Council of Nagaland NSCNR khan majote bhag kuribole kotha opor press conference ekta thakise Tuesday din. Principal Director of Health and Family Welfare Department laga Principal Director para Nikrele Kimio para Monday din de sop doctors or nurses khan ke 4 din bitore tangkha dibo koikena janaise. Sumi Hoho SH para ekta press release de factional clash NSCNU or NSCNK majote larai hua opore condemn kurise. Muru Infra Developers Khan para October 19 de ekta certificate ceremony organized kurise conference hall Saramati Hotel Dimapur te. Dansiri Par Subdivision GBS Union para Pradesh laga sarkar ke RCC Breach ARTC Sokuvi aru Pimla Bosti Akahuto area Dansiri Par Subdivision Dimapur district te thakia laga kam shuru kuri dibo koikana binti kurise. Party General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra para koise Congress para Tai Khan laga 40% tickets reserved te rakibo ahibo thaka Uttar Pradesh te Maiki Khan laga election limit. Samonuke Nagaland TV te swagat kurese. Mula naam Rovinyo Lama arpnente saise Nagamese prime time. Ita news details apuri dibo. Dimapur shehar de traffic jam bishi hua nimite sob aha jaha te biya para digdar samna kuriese. Traffic jam nimite public khan ekta jaka para dusra jaka jabole bishi samay phelai. Aru bishi bag deri hoi jay koikena janaise. Nltv laga video journalist Khan aji Dimapur laga kisim jagate jaikena Dimapur de traffic jam to kiman biya halate hoy itu opor jankari loise.
Dimapur shehar de traffic nimire pishi diktari samna kuri ase. Sob jagade ahaja kuribole pishi biya pra diktar pai ase. Janda khan hotai phui aru chinda de thaki ase. Sarkar kidia katham uthai gena traffic laga diktari opor samadhan anibo. Dimapur shehar de odd even kari niyum do rukhai dia pichide pishi traffic jam dikhi pai ase. Rasta khan pishi chutu hoi gena gari pishi hoi ja nimire bhi ajikali pura jagade traffic jam hoa dikhi pai ase. Shehar de puila kari napira rasta khan depi idia traffic jam bishi hoi ase. Gari laga ahaja ekla nohoi gena manu pira bole bi bishi khatra ase idia halat to. School pra office aru chutu mudu kam khan de bishi diri hoi jay ase traffic jam nimide. Shehar de bishi traffic jam hoa nimide bishi par bimar manu khan ge thik samay de hospital puncha bole napare gena mot pi hoi jaise. Traffic laga diktari do hosa pra pishi khatra ase. Dimapur district to 1997 de banaise. Hoile pi rasta khan saile idia pi puila kinika ase itu nishina hi dikhi pai ase. Dimapur to Nagaland laga sabse dangor shehar hoi kena pi sob jaga de saile rasta khan do bishi chutu ase. Shehar do hotai sal parai jai ase kintu rasta opor vikas eman nadikhe. Nala nathaka pra loigena rasta chutu hua khan nimire bishi diktari ulai ase. Kidiapado traffic jam atha din bi hoi jai. Inika halat de bacha khan bahar pirabo dibole bishi tangor khatra ase. Bacha khan ekla nohoi tangor manu khan nimire bi bishi khatra ase. Sarkar to hotai election aha same state aru districts te tangor vikas anibole bishi wada di thage. Holibi society de kam se kam vikas to rasta bichli aru khalwa pani khan ase. Dimapur aru alag districts te idu khan bi thik nai. Janda khan bi rasta laga halat phal na thaka nimire ekta kam karone ahaja kura de bishi samay loi. Rasta khan dangor thakile iniga diktari khan samna nakuribo koikena public pra janai thise. Sob jagah de ahaja aram banabole sobse pehla jaruri do rasta ase. Rasta khan upor vikas anibole do janda khan khara kurigena mangibo lage. Phal aru dangor rasta do janda laga hak ase. Nagaland Sarkar pi alak Pradesh khan sai kena nijor mati de rasta khan do phalke panai di kena rakhibole zimmedari ase. Same bacha bole gam phalke kuribole jan bacha bole phal rasta pishi jaruri ase. Report lobole video journalist Phachathang Chuhajinglung Khalil Arozjan idu report bureau Nagaland TV.
Sumi Hoho SH para ekta press release the factional clash NSC and U or NSC and K majote larai hua oporde condemn kurishe. Larai to NSC and K laga kihoi came Dimapur te hoishe press release te Sumi Hoho para Pradesh laga alak naga political groups ke ekta majote mari baja Kurato misa mishi jhamela ase koi kana janaise. Nagaland Pradesh te sop naga manu khan Indo Naga political issues opor peaceful solution joldi para ani bole koshish kura majote inika jhamela ula opor de condemn kurise. Sumi Hoho para sop naga political groups ke ekta majote larai nakuri kana Naga political groups khan ke Naga political issue opor de mili kana hal ula bole janaise. Principal Director of Health and Family Welfare Department laga Principal Director para Nikreli Khyamo para Monday de sop doctors and nurses khan ke 4 din bitor de thangka dibo koi kana janaise. Health workers kun jwasa laga November moina te recruit kurise COVID-19 khilaf larai kuribole tai khan itu sal laga June moina para thangka pa nai aru health workers khan para itu opor de sarkar ke khushi na pa janaise. Kimyo para janaise health workers laga thangka to Treasury and Finance Department para authenticate kura pichite ek din 2 din bitorte thangka to dibo koi kena janaise. State Nodal Officer for Meteorology and Additional Director Soil and Water Conservation K. Kekiho Shohe per October 14 te Indian Meteorological Department visit kurise. Mosum Bhavan New Delhi te tai ja samay alak division heads para tai ke swagat kurise aru digdari chuli thaka oporte Pradesh laga bhal aru suraksha opor batchit kurise. Tai khan para ekta Doppler radar weather station Kohima te dhalibo aru ekta automatic weather station Kohima helipad te dhalibo koise. Kifiri aru Mokokchung te agro AWS network soil moisture aru soil temperature sensor install kuribo koise. IMD official para aha moina te modern technologies aru alak program khan bi dibo koise. NSC and R Khan split hobole laga kotha ola laga oporte ekta press conference 19 October te thakise. Nltv Khan jaikena press conference te aru janise itu split kuribole laga khobor to itiabi thik para fesla lua nai aru kitovi zimomi ADO Kilongser NSC and U aru convener NNPGS para alak kuribole laga fesla to olop din rakhibi koikina janaise.
I'm Nokrang Lanwayel. I am a deputy cleanser, all region in charge.
I'm Vin Hon Kiho. I'm SL member. Advisor to collective.
My name is A for me.
The thing is like you must have heard about it too some few days back also, and then this things it gets viral every time. So, but aji tu makan kiba ekta declaration lagu kubale thakse. Maybe as per the request of Nltv mami convener Nltv. Tayo itu lambra la 7 Nltv la sob tayo like tayo bra convener ko gina sit tayo bra ni special request ko gina 2-3 days nimde lo por kidibiki ba lado na withhold tera kidibiki ko silbra maybe after 2-3 days or maybe after a few days we may declare that or we may not, but as far as today is concerned we have already kept on hold. If he has a meeting, that was the meeting only.
Oh, sir, so itu issue lah tu. Why is it deferred to the other day?
No,
As we have talked just now, because of Nltv, convener of NNBG, he asked to differ for a couple of days. That is why we are just holding it back now.
and then
Maybe we'll know in another couple of days, in another a week or two. That is up.
and then the thing is like the other reason is I think you must have heard it also. I don't have problem internal last we don't want to collaborate it, we don't want to pick names. Anyway, like internal problem to it. It has been going on since the last part of 2020, and then there was some problem going on, and then after that our convener also requested us to, because like this is not a very right time, so naga sa solution kasi aro kiki bag dato ami handi bal na lagbo ma handi bal na we patli kolibi, and then mahandu ide man national work ko yena basolibi, we're only working for the people makan lan hoito, and then we have to take suggestion from the public. So ini nga taga dam mo kan bi tulay si kurubale man na ro kibala split la ki la basali bi before also like we didn't even want to mention that name. We felt very dreaded to even mention that name. But if we are left with no choice, that I cannot say. But itu kile itu waktu last time bi ni mo kan jalo por kibo itu ahajatu for 6-7 months ini ga I say on request of our convener, and kita di semua mial convener tayo like somehow itu workout ko le para na, and then last time aro tayo kan itu 2 days 3 days ni nga ruki di ko siya to makan lagi TV tayo ekta leader ase to 6 months 7 months ini ga ruki ginay ay ginaro wait like 2 days nimde to ruki boleh na parbo na gi na. Tayo itulah surprisingly okay fine. If it is for 2 days, we cannot specifically say 2 days or 3 days, but some few days. So tininde a lot ruchigen na. Yeah.
Yes, aji, I mean Nagamese bro, aji declaration to aji kurugo takishi. Whereas aji declare bi kurugo pare umakan na. Holi bi amikan na public opinion bi lagi. Aro Nltv Jimomi working group laga convener bra. All of tinu kibi. Korba aji declaration jane. Nilu yadi amikan naga kiman tribe ase sob aikena aji prasna korina boyase. Sob to isor program ase. Aro ami kubuli munjado apni kan bi amikan garne prasna kori dibi. Pia kubuli no laga kural no hoye. Hole bhal korbu karne kura ase moga. Kido jane rakhi.
And then like supplement is used. The Nagaland meeting, like since you were not in the meeting, I just want to highlight that also. The region pra kunba tu man lambaw pra rasta biaki ji pra kunba na do 3 kilas left for city or something like that. Dukan la do kunba da ahi bo pare no tinda charter region kando makando do rasta pra communication la problem pra ahi bo pare no lebi ki la thagli bi makando tate ase koina takam bi edula to confirmation
Sop ai kena aro Punjabi manu bisi ase.
tadi akan bi aji tu takan do VP kot ase tadi ase ko ina takan bi hati utase declaration ko sen individually mo la party bi like what I feel is itu tu my personal opinion like itu kiba makan maximum ekta de thake prop je one lion leading 100 sheep is more powerful than a sheep leading 100 lion. So it's a lot of decision. I've already made my decision. I may not tell you. So whom to follow or whom not to follow. Itu moi jani say itu lot of only that is my personal opinion. So itu isna man kan bi sop itu kan laki ki laki. Ko gina sem meeting debi. To ajila meeting to coin sina we told the rakisha for few days to bra. To sakan do aro probably to iku na thakao jaise itu ase.
Aro American government to split plan hoide. But we want to re-reform the government again. Mereka nggak ideology, mereka nggak view the target to itu as. Jadi bukan pangalakan. Reform the reformation course.
And SMIP glance out, I forgot, but excuse me. I used to keep all the clippings of what we used to give in the press, because like the MIP used to give us after the confirmation. So after the confirmation only we used to send to the press. So that is a document now. That is already a document. So clippings is in my car. I forgot it. But Makan, I think if I'm not mistaken, April 5 tabi Makan do declaration did public harassment during the pandemic times na. It is time to give. It will time to give probably as an declaration delivery, some other people from the same government. Differences can be like ase. Aro itu kiba. Moi itu kurubo itu bi koina split lab koina holebi. Apni kan kibi janai dibali manase. If ever we are left with no choice, aro na split hoise holebi. That was not our doing. We did not advocate it. Aro moi kobole to during the first part of the year, kun ba khando take jage na ta khani R1 ase, aro vi pila tha khando R2 ase. So that means like itu tiki split hoye se will be that was not our doing. Itu to ini in case mo kurbo ko na. Lebi after few days ki ba hoye na aro kurbo will be take ase. Aro itu la to kun ba ba ni ga time de solution ahi bole time de clean ba inauguration it be by bole we were not the one who drew the first blood. That is what I want you to know and other people to know. Yeah.
Next question.
So ito po yung yasa sa isapit. Ija abyo siya one or the lot. Kung i-train na differences ko lasat na abyan over kibaw na dito.
Acha, ami dati ekta kota ko. Olivi, ami kana collective leadership advisor to collective leadership society iparkawati this.
আমি kan meeting te thoroughly discussion to hoise holi pe apni kan to hina nai government te bangam bangi hobo lage itu kotha to nai holi bi reformation to lage government nam itself is reformation still then we need reformation kile koile misuse of power taje thakise ठीक नहीं सिस्टम नहीं तो करने की होले भी ठीक लाइन ते आहिबो करानी रिफॉर्मेशन तो होबो लगे भांगी भी ना भांगे नो बना भी रिफॉर्मेशन तो लग्या से इतु इति कथा पूरी थाकसे আজি और कोआ निशिना ताते आज आहा खान तो मरिले भी बासिले भी वीपी लीडरशिप लोगो थाकिसे कोआ खाने आइसे तो हाथ भी उठाके ना वीपी लगा लीडरशिप ते थाकिबो कोइगे ना कुन बात जैसे कुन बात थाकिसे तो किले कोइसे कोइले गवर्नमेंट फंक्शनिंग सिस्टम ते ठीक न हा थाकिसे Aro correction kurule bi repetition after repetition. Oday same mistake kuri thaka. Itu dekhi kena ini childish game nishina. Apra government ase koile pokka government hobo lage. Itu karni reformation tu hobo lage. Bangene bi bunavi na bangene bi bunavi. Reformation tu lage. Koigene itu meeting boise.
Yeah. Yes.
And to supplement that, the initial, I forgot the please. Itu lado agete power sharing thakjire. Itu luckily all of inga crack ula shaka do mudo. To power sharing thaka tamde tade brahi. Itu takan inga ekta ula ishe ulibi asul tu collective leadership bido dedi ku differences tonight. I don't know kiba inga poka jai kena inga hoisha wala. So itu makan tu collective leadership ya, there are esteemed leaders. Makan tu takkan jadi kun jadi dinai kurwalnya nai. Aje berata kan noko de kam kurwalnya na aise. Lebih itu lah tu kiasa itu makan bina puje.
So the changes kita notun ani boleh sekolah criteria seru ideologies kan tu boleh na like same tu him lucu boleh se.
Nah, ideology
to আমি kan working group লগত কি বেস কুইন আছে নাগা সলিউশন কাৰণে আছে সব তো ইকো আমি kan গভর্নমেন্ট না বিৰোধী অলপ মিস আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং আছে ইতিয়া তো আৰু কোন জানে এগুলো বি হৈ যাব পাৰে আলাপ বি হৈ যাব পাৰে আজি তো ক'ব না পাৰে মোক
as far as ideology is concerned, NSN lucky ki party will be on the football khilen china su. Kunba left from Marasa, Kunba spot kick the ball, Kunba heading balase. You solve the aim and the goal is same. But the score and then the same thing Mohan national workers itu lah tu Mohan vision pino itu tu public lah vision public kick ase Mohan tu we are just the representative. So itu ase tu vision tu itu ase. The approach may be different, who knows. Lebih itu dia ase tu ideology goal kamu tu change kau boleh tu.
Sorry,
Oh, please.
If they split, will they be under the banner of Nltv?
Yes, definitely. Or ceasefire be এগুলো থাকিব under ceasefire agreement if there's a split.
Is it a power struggle?
No.
No, it's not.
Because like our VP is also a collective leadership, a collective leader. Our kikila part to the collective leader. There's no position higher than that. It is the topmost hierarchical position. Our like makan le ASL respected ASL ase, moi kilon sar ase tai kilon sar ase. To makan bi kikila division gulibi itu ase. Nole itu makan itulah higher lah tu itu aru kurbeli naik tu. So there's not such thing as.
Itu adalah decision do higher up kanin lobo. Whereas we're just representing itia ajila situation ki aji hoise itui bekan koya ase de. Nole kali prosong in a couple of days or weeks you will know. Maybe like in a week or two.
We're also still hoping it may not come to that dreaded word. We also don't want to mention that.
So if the MPA, the peace accord and agreement and everything comes to an end and there's a solution and everything, won't that, if the split happens before that, won't it shed a bad light and maybe again prolong certain processes?
Maybe, but that is the prerogative of the collective leadership. Because like we cannot comment on those things.
Yeah, no comments.
Yeah.
Can I just say something on this? It's a people's government, be it or NSCN-R, NSCN-U, or any government, any other political group. It's a people's government. What I believe and what I have seen so far, our Vice President did, we have been giving in the media also. Of course, we need the people to sustain our government. How else do we look after the armies? How else do we look after the region? But there are certain ways where we can seek help from the public instead of harassing them. Now, what our Vice President doesn't want is kidnapping of shopkeepers, businessmen. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want the cadres going in threatening the shopkeepers because we do not own those shops. So there are ways to seek help, and we get help also. But it's not our job to go and harass them. They did not open the shops for us. They did not establish those big business centers for us to kidnap them. So kidnappings were going on by certain individuals in the government. Harassments were going on, and it was already published in the media that during the pandemic, we will try our best to assist the shopkeepers to do good to the society as a whole instead of harassing them. But and we were able to succeed in certain ways. But then maybe in these past few months, things have been going on where certain individuals with vested interest have been trying to tarnish the image of the government. And that is why our VP did not want that. And that is why we need not only the VP, but those people who have been known with him for a very long time. We said that we needed some kind of information. Now, like you asked us in the beginning, like, well, if it was a power struggle. It is not a power struggle. It is a struggle to reform the government because the nomenclature itself says reformation, and when we cannot reform ourselves, how can we think of even working for Naga Post? So that is the reason why like such kinds of meetings have been taking place, and hopefully by 3 or 4 days something good will come to light, and that is what we are all hoping for.
Night super bus Kohima para Imphal jai thaka October 19 puzur 7 baji aru 7 baji adha majote Phesama osorde jui ulaise. Sources hisabte driver para bus to servicing center ekta laga osorde rukhai kana engine gorom hua para thanda kuribole pani mari thakise. Idu homai jui chutu ekta ulaise aru pichite jui to dangor hoi jaise. Itu osorde servicing pipe thakia para jui buchabole koshish korise kintu jui komti hua nai. Itu dikhigena servicing laga malik para fire department khan ke khobor korise. Itu pichite 3ta fire brigade gari ahikana jui bujaise. Itu hatsate manukun bi jakom hua nai. Hoilebi saman bishi juli jaise. Hatsa laga oporde judge kuri ase koikana janai diase.
इति हामी अनि इदु बस चलाइरहेको नाइट सफर चलाइरहेको ड्राइभर लोग उठी किने से सर अब ये बस कैसे आग लगे आप बोल दीजिए
सर हम क्योंकि वहाँ एंट्री किया एंट्री करके आने के बाद में थोड़ा आगे आने के बाद में थोड़ा धुआं आया धुआं आने के बाद में क्या हुआ पैसेंजर लोग ने बताया कुछ धुआं आ रहा है ऐसे बोला मैंने क्या किया गाड़ी रुक कर मैंने नीचे में देखा सिलेंडर पाइप फाटा था और उसका शायद होगा बोल के मैंने भी बोला ये सिलेंडर पाइप फाटा है उसका धुआं अंदर गया होगा ये सोचा है मैंने इसके बाद में कुछ नहीं होगा बोल के थोड़ा आगे आया आने के बाद में थोड़ा धुआं ज़्यादा निकल गया निकलने के बाद में क्या किया ये यहाँ रुक कर मैं वो शीशा तोड़ के पानी लगा दिया पानी मारने शुरू कर दिया मतलब हम 2-3 आदमी ने किया करने के बाद में बिल्कुल नहीं सकने के बाद में जो सर्विसिंग जो गाड़ी धुलाई कर रहा है वो लड़का साथी जो उसने मतलब फायर ब्रिगेड को फ़ोन किया फ़ोन करने के बाद में साहब लोग आया साहब लोग आने के बाद में सब सामान निकाल के साहब लोग ने बहुत मदद किया बहुत मतलब जलने से पूरा गाड़ी जलने से उसने बचा दिया बस इतने ही हम लोग को कुछ मालूम नहीं
कैसे हुआ आपको मालूम नहीं
कुछ मालूम नहीं
हमें नीति ये होती है इटे भी इन्वेस्टिगेशंस कन चली है हमें नीति ड्राइवर लगा कोता तो होने लुइसे और इटा ये किना हुई तो सब प्रेस रिलीज करने हमें ये फायर डिपार्टमेंट लाहार पर रुकी लो
Muru Infra Developers Khan पर October 19 de ekta certificate ceremony organize kurise conference hall Saramati Hotel de. Idu certificate ceremony to construction laborers khan karne thakise. Idu program de industries and commercial lane and employment skill development and entrepreneurship laga advisor Nltv para speech dishe aru Chuba Younger project officer DOLN para bi speech dishe. Laborers khan ke idu ceremony de certificate dishe idu sal laga target to 1500 thakise aru bishi bhal samaite cover kurise koikana jani paise. Nltv para koise laborers khan karne benefits bishi ase kintu bishi manu pura likha na hua para itu benefits khan lobo na pare koi kena janaise itu nimite tai khan awareness awareness generation kuri ase wage loss compensation medical insurance death benefits aru accident insurance ase ko kena janaise laborers khan karne
moral cost settle ho jabe to mon ita lunch
13 NAP IR battalion para October 18 de Janta Khan ke modot dia Ami Khan dikhi paise unit laga kunba manu khan para bhal kam kuri kana gusi kana thaka truck ekta ke recover kurise itu truck to Milak Nodi ja Tidikong aro Tuli majote ekta jakate gusi kana thakise unit khan para Janta Khan ke modot kuri kana itu truck ke wapas tanishe jakate bhal para Prime Minister Narendra Modi Wednesday de Uttar Pradesh Kushinagar International Airport inaugurate kuribole ase. Itu logote aru alak developmental project bi inaugurate kuribole ase district e. Inaugural flight Colombo aru Sri Lanka para airport e land kuribo. Kushinagar International Airport rupees 260 crore para banaise aru domestic aru international pilgrims khan ke Lord Buddha laga Mahapari Nirvana sthalte loi jabo koise idu airport to Uttar Pradesh aru Bihar laga osor district khan laga seva bi kuribo koise Assam Rifles Khan ITC DAN te post kuri kana thakya Khan ke ponio laga bosti manu khan para 18 October te duita manu bimar hua current medical assistant mangishe Nuak Ting 28 sal maiki aru 8 sal mota bacha tatong tai jun bishi bimar hoy kana ilaj lagi thakise hoilebi ponio bosti de covid laga halat nimete Myanmar laga sheher loi jabo para nai aru ilaj dibule naparia current AR Khan ke modot mangise koi kana jani paise Assam Rifle Khan para Noklak District Administration logote mili kana 19 October te bimar manu dui jun to Noklak District Hospital loi jaise koi kana janaise Bimar manu khan to itia ilaj diase aru olop din to ilaj loi thakibo ko kena janaise ponio bosti manu khan frontiers district Noklak Khan aru Myanmar border bosti khan para inika bimar manu khan ke sai dia opor bishi khushi janaise Central Board of Secondary Education para CBSE Class 10 Date Sheet 2021-2022 laga Term 1 examination ulai dishe. Timetable hisab te CBSE Board Exam 2021 aur 2022 Term 1 Class 10 karne November 17, 2021 para shuru hobo. Aru minor subject laga date sheet bi joldi ulabo ko kena janaise. CBSE date sheet 2021 aur 2022 Class 10 karne Term 1 to CBSE government.in te pai jabo. Term 1 examination to MCQ format te ase aru student khan laga nijor school te borikha lobole ase. Notice te ulai dia hisab examination to offline hobo aru student khan OMR sheet pen para fill kuribole ulabo. Examination opor pura instruction board para notice ulai dikana thakya ke pai jabo ko kena janai dishe. Ekta Zomato customer para janaise tai hindi kotha najana para tai ke misa kwa manu matishe. Tai para koise Zomato delivery executive para tai ke hindi shikibi koise kile mane hindi to national language ase idu customer laga naam vikas ase aur tai par executive logot conversation thaka opor screenshot kuri kana Twitter te share kurise idu screenshot te vikas tai laga order opor digdar samna kuri thaka jani paise Zomato chat support executive para vikas ke koise Tai Khan restaurant ke 5 bar kotha kurise hoilebi basha laga digdar samna kuri ase koi kana janaise idu de customer koi thakise itu to tai laga concern no hoy Zomato para customer laga concern opor resolve kuribo kushish kuri ase kwate ase refund mangi kana koise jide Zomato Tamil Nadu basha te thakile kunba manu ke hire kuri kana thakile bhal hobo itu ke jawab di kana executive para koi Hindi to national language ase itu para sob manu Hindi to olop to jani kena thakibole lage itu pichite vikas laga post viral hoi ja aru janta khan para executive ke slam kura shuru hoise aru tai opor action uthabole mang kurise jamata care para customer laga tweet ke respond kuri kana hat sate unacceptable mate olop samay age vikas para mang kura public apology pura kuri kana maaf mangise Dravida Munet Ra Kizagam DMK MP Senthil Kumar Parabi Vikas laga tweet share kuri kana jamata ke itu mamla saaf kuri bole binti kurise Congress Party General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra para koise Congress para tai khan laga 40% ticket reserved rakhibo ahibo thaka Uttar Pradesh te Maiki khan laga election nimite purana zamana te Kas khan para dangor ekta role cholai kana Uttar Pradesh chunav te khali upper class khan para hi hissa loi kana jit thakise itu kotha kuwa samaite Congress para gender issues operate bi kotha kurise কি কারণে কইলে ক্রাইমস খান ইটু প্রদেশ দে হই থাকে মাইকি খান লগতে গান্ধী ভাদ্রা কইছে ইটু 40% সিট তো উত্তর প্রদেশ মাইকি খান কারণে আছে কোন প্র বদলি লাগি আছে কইলে
उसका मुझे लगा कि अगर महिलाएं राजनीति में आए सत्ता उनके हाथों में आए तो सबसे पहले तो हम महिलाओं में करुणा का जो भाव होता है सेवा का भाव होता है और जो एक दृढ़ता और शक्ति होती है उसका सॉरी टू से लेकिन आपको शो में नहीं तो
Joint Military Exercise Youth Abhyas 2021 to Indian और US military para joint base Elmendorf Richardson Alaska telloise idu 14 din laga bilateral exercise rakhato duita desh laga sipai khan ekjun ke information ideas aro concept janai dibole rakhise idu exercise laga manzil to enhancing understanding cooperation aro interoperability ase 40 Cavalry Regiment US Army laga pehla squadron airborne to Youth Abhyas 2021 te hissa loi ase India ke to 7th Madras Infantry Battalion group para represent kurise
Another tie, just put it up.
Delhi Police Cyber Cell para 12 June ke dhurise tate para 3 June to HDFC Bank te kam kura khanase Galatkar 12 June para high value NRI account para illegal withdrawal koshish kurise Cyber Cell Deputy Superintendent of Police KPS Malhotra koise evidence pa hisab itu group para 66 unauthorized internet transaction high value account para koshish kurise report hisab HDFC Bank te 3 June kam kura khanto checkbook issue kura mobile phone number update kuri dia aru account laga debt freeze hatai dia kam khante shamil thakise HDFC Bank para cyber cell te ekta NRI account te bar illegal withdrawal kuri bole koshish kura opor report darj kurise itu galat kam opor huda hudi kura samaite ase Prime Minister Narendra Modi ke anguta chap likha puriya nathaka manu koi kana tweet ektate hali dishe Karnataka Congress para Canada te tweet kuri kana koise Congress para school to banaise hoilebi Modi do school kitia bi janai idu tweet te manu bishi para Modi ke personal attack ase koi kana janaise Karnataka laga Congress para idu tweet hatai di kana mon khushi nahua janaise idu nam to novice social media manager laga nam ase aru koise idu to uncivil tweet ase Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shiva Kumar para itu controversial post hatai kana koise political discourse laga civil and parliamentary language te itu kam to ekdom khushi napabola laga ase koi kena janaise Eastern Army Commander Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey para Tuesday te koise China par Arunachal Pradesh sector laga kunba jaka khante military drills uthai dishe. Pandey janaise India to tire thakise security challenges itu jaka fale para aha ke samna kuribole. Annual training exercise PLA China laga People's Liberation Army para loi thaka kunba activities laga hisab utha dishe. Hoilebi India para line of actual control fale surveillance uthai dikana ase. India para alak sector khante forces rakhi kana ase jide kunba digdar samna kurile. Pandey janaise sarkar para integrated battle groups ke approve kurise. Itu battle group to combat formation te ase aru Pakistan aru China borders fale emergency thakiate joldi chulabole ase. Battle groups te unit thakato infantry, artillery, air defense, tanks aru logistic ase. Pandey koise India para China logote line of actual control fale thaka troops deployment aru infrastructure buildings opor manjur kuri kana thaka opor khara kurise. Hoilebi India aru China para line of actual control fale infrastructure banai kana aha opor kunba jhamela to ulai thake.
But I must also mention that we have a very robust mechanism, SOPs, protocols, because of which we are able to solve such situations as and when they arise. The role of our commanders, our junior leaders who are actually leading the patrols, I believe is extremely important in this context because they are the ones who have to develop correct mutual understanding with the commanders on the other side. And then if there are any issues that arise, we try and resolve at the local commanders level. And that has worked out well. I must also mention that we have a very robust conflict mechanism in terms of, when required, organizing meetings between the two sides at different levels. We have a mechanism of hotlines. We also meet in what is referred to as border personal meetings. So far in the Eastern Command, we had 3 hotlines. A 4th one was recently operationalized. Some of you may be aware of this. So this is the kind of mechanism that we have. Now, insofar as the activities on the other side of the LAC is concerned, there are 3-4 issues I would want to highlight. Firstly, the annual training exercise that the PLA carries out, I would say there has been some increase in the level of activity, but that is in the depth areas. Secondly, some of the reserve formations of the PLA which were mobilized have continued to remain in their training areas, but that again is in the operational depth. Both sides are attempting to develop infrastructure closer to the line of actual control, and again leads to issues at times. And lastly, since the
TMC leader Babu Supriyo to Lok Sabha Speaker OM Birla laga ghor punchi kena BJP MP para formally resign kurise. Supriyo to BJP chhari kena Trinamool Congress join kurise. Tweet kuri kena Supriyo para Speaker OM Birla ke dhanyabad janaise tai ke Tuesday de. Agrobaji te MP para formally resign kuribole samai dia karan Supriyo koise tai para Bird Park nohelebi MP hua laga salary ke nasai kile mane tai itia to BJP laga hissa hi noha hoise. Tai para August moina te Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change para resign kurise. Ekta lamba Facebook post te tai janaise politics chhari di ase aru alak political party te shamil nakuri kana team players nishna hi thakibo. Idu kotha koi kana olop samaite Supriyo to TMC join kurise. Idu opor Supriyo janaise tai politics te wapas aha to Bengal ke serve kuribole ekta moka ase.
স্কলার নেই আমার মনে হয় যে আমি রেজিগনেশন লাইফে আগে 21 বছর বয়সে স্ট্যান্ডার্ড চার্টারে কাজ করতাম তখনও স্ট্যান্ডার্ড চার্টার থেকে রিজাইন করে পালিয়েছিলাম কেউ সাপোর্ট করেনি বাবা মাও করেনি, ফ্যামিলিও করেনি, বন্ধুরাও করেনি। তো আমার যেখানে আমার মন যেটা চায় বা হৃদয় যেটা চায়, আমার মনে হয় সেটা, যেমন অন্যান্য মানুষ ডিসিশন নেওয়ার রাইট আছে, আর এর বেশি কিছু বলার নেই। আর যে দলের জিতেছিলাম, থ্যাংক ইউ, তুমি অ্যাকনলেজ করলে যে আমি লড়াই অনেক করেছিলাম, জিতেছিলাম, সেই দলে যখন আমি আর নেই, তখন পার্লামেন্ট সিটটা অনৈতিক মনে হয়েছিল। না, এটা আমি আপনাকে বলেই দিতে পারি। যদিও দেখুন, তৃণমূলে জয়েন করা খুব সিম্পল ব্যাপার। আমি হোল হার্টেডলি পলিটিক্স ছেড়ে দিয়েছিলাম, কিন্তু আমাকে দিদি বলেছিলেন যে আমি পাবলিক লাইফে ভালো কাজ করেছি, দ্বিতীয়বার জিতেছি, আমার পাবলিক লাইফ থেকে অবসর নেওয়া উচিত না। অনেকটা রিটায়ার্ড হার্ট টাইপের হচ্ছিল, তো অবসর নেওয়া উচিত না, বাংলায় এসে বাংলার মানুষের জন্য কাজ করা উচিত। বাস এরপরে ওইটাই একটা গান গাইতেও বলেছেন মন খুলে, কাজ করতে বলেছেন মন খুলে। তো যখন এই পার্টিতে ছিলাম ওই পার্টি ট্রোল করতো, যখন এই পার্টিতে রয়েছে অন্য পার্টি ট্রোল করতো, তো এগুলো আমাকে ছোঁয় না। আমার মন যেটা চেয়েছি রিজাইন করেছি, এবং বাংলার জন্য যদি কাজ করতে পারি, যদি আমাকে দল সে দায়িত্ব দেয়।
External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar para Thailaga counterparts US, Israel and UAE logote Quadrilateral meeting thakiato bhal para khotom hua janaise. Idu meeting to economic or political cooperation Middle East or Asia te barhabole karne thakise. Jaishankar to Home Nation Foreign Minister Yair Lapid logote Monday din virtual meeting te shamil thakise. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken or UAE Foreign Minister Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nayand B itu virtual meeting de thakise aur tai khan charta leaders to region laga opor kotha khan patise. Jaishankar para koise meeting to bhal para jaise aru iki logot milikene economic growth aru global issues opor de kam kuribo koise. Jammu and Kashmir te chamela hoi thakia homai Pakistan Inter Services and Intelligence ISI laga blueprint ekta khulasa hoi jani paise. Edu blueprint laga toolkit te ISI Kashmir Valley laga plan khan 22 nishna thakise. Blueprint laga hisab te janaise terror groups para manu khan ke target kuribole koikana kaise aru 22 points opote kam kuribo koikana jani paise. Assam Police Parabi Pradesh te Muslim Khan laga persecution hua opor Pakistan ISI para hamla kuribo pare koikana jankari dishe. ISI laga circular hisab te tai khan Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh RSS Cadre Army laga jaka Assam aru desh laga alag jaka khande hamla kuribo pare koikana janaise. Ajila Samachar